What's up, guys? It's Bumpkin. Today is Wednesday, December 22nd. Christmas is just 3 days away. Of course, Wednesday means new comic book day. New comic book day means new comic book haul video. As always, I went down to Infinity Flux here in Chattanooga, Tennessee for another big old stack of books and some other really fun goodies as well. We'll jump right into it because, as always, there's a lot to go through. Starting with Marvel, we've got Amazing Spider-Man number 82, the Villain's Reign variant. I'm enjoying these villain variants to coincide with Devil's Reign. These are pretty fun. Still haven't caught up with this, but I'm on my way. I think I finished through volume number 7. So I'm about 50 issues or so away from catching up with this. So I'm gonna get there though. I am making progress. So I do read comics, kids. Black Panther number 2. This is the Miles Morales 10th anniversary variant, which most of these came out about a month ago, I think. So I guess I can't remember if this one was delayed or not, but regardless, it's a super cool cover. I don't like Miles's new costume. I don't know about you guys, but I think the sweatshirt hoodie with the mouth cover, I think it's crazy impractical. I love this suit. Like, I wish this were his new suit because that is awesome. Black Panther is awesome. I wasn't sure if I was going to hop on this series because I haven't read a lot of the previous runs of Black Panther, but this story is so cool. T'Challa basically puts sleeper agents out in various parts of the world just to help protect Wakanda if it ever came to that. Somebody is going around trying to kill these sleeper agents, and so he's trying to kind of cut that program out. It's really cool. It's really, really interesting, and this issue did not refer at all to the past events in previous Black Panther runs. The first issue did, and I was a little confused. But this one didn't, and yeah, I'm on board for this story. Darkhold Spider-Man number 1. I'm behind on all the Darkhold stuff, but I do have them all. So I think at this point I'm going to wait till the last one comes out and then just read the whole thing all together. But yeah, that's a creepy Spider-Man, so I'll be interested to see what happens with him. I had to get Hawkeye Kate Bishop number 2 because today was the season finale of Hawkeye. So I was on a big Hawkeye kick. I actually don't know if I'm going to stick with it. This is just a mini-series as far as I know. Probably one that's better read collected. So I've kind of been on this Hawkeye high. So I've been wanting to get these. It's a good story, don't get me wrong, but I think it just might be better read collected. So I might wait for the rest of them. Or I might see the next one on the shelf in a month and say, I gotta go ahead and have that. So, but yeah, I'm liking this series so far. It's a lot of fun. Iron Man number 15 with these awesome Alex Ross A covers, which is crazy. I'm way behind on this series, but I guess we've got like Cosmic Iron Man now. Don't know what's going on with this, but I can't wait to catch up on that. King Conan number 1. This is the collage variant. I don't remember the artist name who put this together. But I had never read a Conan comic until this year when I started reading the original Marvel years Conan Omnibus that I have for my History of Marvel videos. And those are so good. Like, those are some of that's probably one of my favorite books that I get to read every week for that series of videos. I haven't read a lot of modern Conan. I think, Jason Aaron had a run, I think, and there's been a bunch of guys. But I haven't read a lot of those, but I want to. But I flipped through this and it looks so good, so I can't wait to jump into a modern Conan comic. Moon Knight number 6, another Villain's Reign variant. I can't remember the name. This book's super cool as well. It's just more of the same awesomeness that we've had throughout the series so far. Just makes me eager for the Disney Plus show whenever that's coming out. So yeah, this one is super cool. Venom number 3, another Villain's Reign variant. Venom as the leader, or leader as Venom, I guess. That's pretty cool. I love the leader. I love Venom. I haven't started on this series yet. Number 3's out already. It feels like it just started and we're already on number 3, but can't wait to catch up. Hopefully I won't be confused because I haven't read the previous Venom stuff yet. But yeah, I'm going to try it out anyway. And then last for Marvel, Wastelanders Hawkeye number 1. So this runs parallel to the Wastelanders Wolverine series, which is a sequel to the Old Man Logan storyline that was in Wolverine from several years back. I've got the trade for it over there. I'm wanting to reread it just to refresh my memory on all the Old Man Logan stuff. Just that whole world, because it's a really cool world, but there's a lot that comes with it. So I'm going to reread that. And then I'm going to read this and Wastelanders Wolverine at the same time, since they, like I said, they're concurrent, I think. And that should be a lot of fun. As for DC, it was a much smaller DC week than I've had in the last few weeks, and that's not a bad thing. We still have some really cool DC books. Batman Catwoman number 9, the Jim Lee variant. I think I've gotten the Jim Lee variant on all the rest of them. I haven't started this series yet. I was going to try to catch up I don't really know why, because it's Black Label, it's its own thing, but I was going to try to catch up on some other Bat stuff first. We're so close to the end now that I think I'm just going to wait for it all to be out at once, but I'm really eager to catch up with that. Next up, we've got Batman One Dark Knight #1. I think this is a 3-issue miniseries. This is another one of the big treasury size formats that they're doing a lot of now. I read this one last night, and it's really cool. It takes a little bit to really get going. It's a lot of, the first half is a lot of setup for the big story that's to come. But basically, there is a villain named EMP who has these electrical draining powers. They're trying to transport him from Arkham Asylum to Blackgate, and it doesn't go. And that's a huge trip. That's all across Gotham City. Bad things happen during the trip, and all the power in Gotham City gets knocked out. It goes pitch black, and Batman has to transport this villain to Blackgate. But there's a bunch of villains and gangs and stuff trying to get him. So it's a big, like, pitch black. Nothing works. Think it's Dark Ages. It's a lot like Dark Ages, where the power went out everywhere and nothing works. Only this is just in the city. Yeah, it's super cool. It's really, really good. Jock wrote and drew this. The writing's great. The art is really good. There are some awesome, just large establishing shots of Batman that could be posters in this. This one is really good. I know there's a ton of Bat books out there, but this is really good. I recommend this one. Speaking of Treasury editions, we've got Catwoman Lonely City #2. I didn't have a chance to read this one yet before I started this, but I did read the first issue. It was really good. This takes place a little bit, I think 10 years in the future. Of course, it's Black Label again, so it's its own thing, not beholden to anything else. Catwoman's a little bit older in this story, and it's not a spoiler because that's what the story is about. Batman was killed along with Joker and I think some other folks one night, and this is 10 years later. Catwoman gets out of jail. She wants to break into the Batcave to figure out what this thing called Orpheus is, and she's got to figure out how to do that. So I wish I had had a chance to read this before this video, but the first one was great, and I expect this one to be just as good. Next up, we've got Justice League Incarnate #2. I read the first one just yesterday, trying to catch up, and I didn't love it as much as Infinite Frontier, which was sort of the kickoff for this. Of course, you've got the Justice League Incarnate, you know, President Superman, Flashpoint Batman, Captain Carrot, a bunch of other heroes make up this Justice League that is basically Justice League of the multiverse, making sure that everything in the multiverse stays all well and good. But there's a crack, and it was hard to get my head around the concept of there's a crack that they have to protect and move because Darkseid's wanting to get it. It's a little bit weird. I don't know if I love it, but this is a 5-issue miniseries. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just get them all. And then we'll see where it goes. But yeah, I'll give it a shot. Not bad, but just, you know, I just need a little bit more. Nightwing #87, the B cover. Again, I haven't read any of the Tom Taylor Nightwing run yet. It's down here with all the Bat books that I have to catch up with. Batman, Detective, Joker, all that stuff. But the cool thing about this is, I mean, you still have to flip. It's not fold out. You have to flip pages. But this entire book is one long image. So if you were to get like 10 or 12 copies of this and open each one up to a new page and lay them together, it's one very, very, very long image, which is really, really cool. So they had a bunch at my shop. I was really tempted to buy like 10 of them today just so that I could do that, but I don't know what I would do with them after that. So yeah, so I can't wait to read this, can't wait to catch up, and I can't wait to see how awesome that one long sequence looks in this book. As for Image, it was another light Image day, only 2 books. The first being Radiant Black #11. I just realized today that I forgot to read #10. I got the Blacklight version of #10, and I was gonna hold off on reading it to try to get a Blacklight because I don't have one. It's not necessary to read it, but it just enhances the experience. But then I forgot to look for a Blacklight, which means I forgot to read the issue. So I'm actually 1 issue behind on Radiant Black, which I've never been behind before. So I'm probably just gonna go ahead and read that and then read this. Because this is an awesome series. I just hope that they start answering some questions soon. We're getting a cool crossover with Inferno Girl Red, and then I think a new character. I think it's in February. Looks awesome. So yeah, this is a great book. Probably one of my favorites from Image right now. And then the other Image book is Gunslinger Spawn #3. Still haven't caught up on all the Spawn stuff yet, but I fully intend to. I promise I will. But yeah, some more Gunslinger Spawn goodness. I did flip through this one because this one is drawn by Brett Booth. I love Brett Booth's artwork. and this one looks just as good as anything else he's ever done, so I can't wait to catch up on that. As for the other indies, we've got a few. Odin's Eye #2 from Bad Idea. I was not expecting, nor was I ready for this one, because I think the first issue just came out, I think last week. Last week's pile is still over there. I'm pretty sure it came out last week. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, and we've already got #2. I think that's the fastest we've ever gotten a Bad Idea sequential release. It's not a bad thing, it just means that I've got more Odin's Eye to read whenever I'm ready to do that. House of Slaughter #3. This series has been very interesting. We're following Aaron, getting most of his backstory, learning about how his coming up in the House of Slaughter, but also what he's tasked with doing in present day. He's a cool character. It's just like Something is Killing the Children. It's a little bit of a slow burn, probably better read collected, but this is a good book. It's good, and a lot of people talk about it, and I just feel like I don't want to be left out, so I have to get them every month. But I very much like it, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Joy Operations #2. So this is where I pre-ordered a book before I read the first one. I didn't love the first issue. Like, it was cool, and the concept is neat, but I've also found it really confusing. So I haven't gotten a chance to read this one yet. I just picked it up today, but I think I'm going to hop off this one and wait for the trade, because I think probably it makes more sense as you get further in the story, but I have a feeling I'm going to forget month to month, so yeah, I'm probably going to wait. I'll read this one, and then we'll see how it goes, but like I said, cool concept, just a little bit confusing, and I think everything will come out, everything will make sense when the whole thing is collected. So one that I read just a little bit ago that I couldn't remember what it was about. It's another one of those that I can't remember what it's about, but I did read this, A King's Vengeance #1 from Scout. This book was something. This feels like you started a story like middle of a run or something like that. So there's one page, it's all text. It tells you what you need to know so that you can start the story. This is issue #1. There's nothing before it. But basically there is a king who is trying to defeat like an evil demon or an evil wizard. I can't quite remember their description for it, but he takes, I won't say too much, but he inhabits a new body, and the king tries to go to kill that villain, and hilarity ensues. I don't mean hilarity because this isn't a funny book, but it's something. I wasn't expecting it. It's not a one-shot. I was wondering if this was a one-shot or not, but there is another issue, but I don't think it comes out till like February or March maybe. I might be wrong. But yeah, it was really interesting. I like the art. I'm super curious to see where it goes because of how it ended. So I'll definitely be picking up the next issue. This was definitely a surprise, a welcome surprise. I enjoyed this one. And then Wild Bullets #2. I haven't read the first one yet, but this looks very Christmassy. We've got a Christmas tree with all kinds of weird looking ornaments. I can't really speak to it, again, because I haven't read the first issue, but I do think it's sort of an anthology where different people are telling different stories, so I can't wait to check that one out. I did pick up some back issues as well, both of the dollar variety and of the regular price variety. So I got a couple dollar back issues. Radiant Black #5, just for the cover. This issue is where things really start. Well, issue 4 was where the story really changed, and then #5 here was where a lot of extra things were introduced and really set the story on the course that we're on now. So I read it when it came out. It was awesome, but this is an awesome cover. So for $1, I thought, why not go ahead and pick up that awesome cover as well. I picked up Strange Academy. I don't remember which number this is because there's nothing on the cover. But just one of the Alex Ross Timeless variants that I didn't have. I don't have a whole lot of them, but whenever I see them for a good price, and this was $1, I figured I had to get it. I didn't have this one, so it's Strange Academy number something. I don't remember which one. But that is an awesome Scarlet Witch cover. And then speaking of the Alex Ross Timeless variants, this is Fantastic Four shoot, I don't quite remember. I don't remember the title either. It's Fantastic Four, whatever miniseries it was, #3. Again, nothing on nothing on the cover, so that's kind of what's bad about these. But Medusa, another Alex Ross Timeless variant for $1. Yes, please. Now, then I picked up some other back issues as well. These were not $1. These were their regular price back issues, but I couldn't pass them up because there's some really good stuff in here, including the Punisher War Journal #1. So, you guys know I've shown several off before. I'm trying to build a run of Punisher War Journal. It's one of those things that I just sort of fell into. I just sort of realized that, hey, I've got a bunch of these, and I found a couple more, and then a couple more, and then all of a sudden I'm trying to build a run. But my run until today started at number 2. So I finally found issue number 1, so that's super cool. So I think I have 1 through 11, skip a couple more, and then a whole bunch more after that. So it's coming together quite nicely, and this is really going to help bring it all together. A couple that I'm super excited that I found: Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 3 and number 4. So I have a lot of this run, over half of this entire run, and I have issues 1 and 2, and then it skips to like 60 something with a little bit here and there. But yeah, having numbers 3 and 4 together, so now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, you know, some more holes to fill. But they were just sitting there in the box, and I thought, hey, that's perfect. That's definitely going to help me build this run. This title started in 1976. It's the second of Spider-Man's ongoing series, unless you count Marvel Team Up, which he also was in. But this is like his second ongoing Spidey Central series, ran alongside Amazing Spider-Man. So it's super cool to have a lot of that run. I'm going to try to get them all over the course of time, and these are going to help with that. And then in addition to that, Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 69, nice. I didn't have this one either. Cloak and Dagger, I think this is their second appearance. I don't really care about that. I don't, you know, key or no key. I just needed this one. I didn't have it, so I got that one as well. And then another one, just because I needed it, I didn't have this one, so it's helping fill those holes. Spider-Man 2099 number 26. I think I had like the first dozen, and then it's peppered throughout the rest of the run. So yeah, I was just sitting there. I didn't have it, so I thought I would grab that as well. And then Batman number 402. So I have most of the Batman comics from 400 all the way through 500, which is, you know, when the whole Nightfall thing happened. But I really like this era of Batman. This is right after... this is right around Crisis on Infinite Earths. I'm not sure about this particular issue, but 404 is the beginning of Batman Year One, which is right after post-Crisis. They had to re-establish Batman's origin. So I don't know if Crisis had happened. This is 86, so yeah, I guess it did. I guess it had happened already. But regardless, I didn't have this one, so this is going to help complete that run of that 400 to 500 range I'm trying to get. And then Spawn number 302 and 303. So I started jumping back on Spawn at around issue number 309. I went back and I think I have 300 and 301. So I've got a little bit in there that I got to fill in, and these are going to help with that. I still haven't read them, but I'm going to try to catch up, you know, starting at around 290 all the way through now. And these are going to help with that. But the fun doesn't stop there. Got a couple extra goodies as well. You guys have heard me talk about Infinity Flux's awesome toy section they have. There's new stuff there all the time, and it's awesome, and it's so well priced. It's so cool. Like, you know, a lot of places that sell toys not as their main product, you'll just go in and it's just kind of the same thing over and over. Every time I go, there's something new to look at, and it seems like there's always more as well. So, and like I said, super reasonably priced as well. So I had to pick up Iron Man 2020, the Marvel Legends Iron Man 2020, to go with my several Iron Man figures that I have, and War Machine as well. So yeah, Iron Man 2020, his armor design is a little ridiculous, but he's still super cool. So I was super excited to find this just hanging on the wall waiting for me to buy it. And then last but not least, this did not come out today. It came out a couple weeks ago, but I finally picked it up today. The Daredevil by Charles Soule Omnibus. This is Charles Soule's entire run on Daredevil, issues 1 through 28. Well, 1 through 28, and then they redid, they went back to the legacy numbering 595 through 612, annual number 1. But then there's also Daredevil Punisher 7th Circle 1 through 4, which I don't think I read when I was reading this run. And then a little bit of other included material as well. This is a fantastic run of Daredevil. We get introduced to Blind Spot, this guy right here, kind of a sidekick of Daredevil's, and just all the adventures that they go on together. Yeah, this was a solid run. I think issue number 8 was really fun. Matt Murdock is in a casino, and how he uses his abilities to sort of, he's not trying to gamble, but he's there for other reasons. But the whole thing was cool. The whole run was awesome, and this one book collects the entire thing, so I couldn't pass that up. It's super cool. And that is it, guys. That's everything for today. Guys, I appreciate you watching. If you like this video or any of the other videos on my channel, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a sarcastic thumbs up. If nothing else, leave me a comment down below. Just let me know if you picked up any Omnibuses figures, back issues, new stuff that you got, whatever it is. I love comic books. I could talk about them with a room full of people or just to a camera, and I'm super interested to know what you picked up today. Guys, don't forget, comic books are supposed to be fun. They are just another fun form of storytelling. There is clearly plenty of stuff for everybody to look through and find something you like, and it's super duper easy to simply ignore the things that you don't like. Also, don't forget that it doesn't matter how much you buy every week. What makes a good comic book haul is that the stuff that you get matters to you. So whether you buy 1 book, 10 books, 100 books, figures, omnibuses, trade paperbacks, single issues, it doesn't matter as long as you enjoy it and it makes you happy and it means something special to you. That's what makes a good comic book haul. So guys, I hope you have a Merry Christmas or any holiday that you celebrate around this time. I hope it's a fun one for you. I hope you enjoy your time with friends and family, get a little bit of relaxation in there as well. I sincerely appreciate all the love and support you've given me this year, the subscribers and the commenters, and just if you watch, and even if you don't interact at all, I still sincerely appreciate it. So guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.